addresses. We are sitting right underneath the flowing elixir of the full moon. So I wanted to come on and share this energy of the full moon, of the hunter or huntress full moon. The full moon in Aries, the warrioress energy. And for me, this warrioress is showing up currently as Kali, as the goddess Kali, goddess of liberation, of destruction. And if you'd like to meditate with me, you're welcome to sit or lay comfortably and close your eyes. Allow yourself to tune inward by taking a few deep breaths, breathing into the warrioress energy of Aries. Allow yourself to feel the courage inside your heart, the bravery, the act of rising, the divinely guided action. Feeling into the fire, into any kind of initiation of any kind of beginning, whatever threshold you might be standing upon in this time of your life. Coming into the time of the fall, into the shadows, into the darkness, into shadow work. The shadow work for your soul, however it may be. Feeling the expansion of your own inner wisdom, inner teachings that flow through you. From darkness into light, from ignorance into awareness. Breathing into the roots of the warrioress energy, the ruby red grounding cords. You can ground yourself to the center of the earth, from the crown, breathing in the moonlight breath. You can visualize the moonlight pouring down upon your crown through your awareness, through your third eye center, through your intuitive knowing, through your throat center, your sacred conversation, through the heart space, your compassionate love, through your belly, the powerful fire energy within, through your hips, the waters flowing in your body, and through your roots, your legs, that ground you deep into the earth, that you may stand tall and rise as the warrioress within you, to be ignited by your own memories of the warrioress in your blood, the women in your ancestral line that had to rise in their own right on their own battlefields of life, to stand under the full moon, to receive the healing light. allowing yourself to be bathed all the way down from the crown of your head to the roots, attuning yourself to this fire energy of your own rising, of your own grace, of your own feminine essence. Unapologetically radical force of love, graceful, courageous, bravery of the heart, your own embodiment of two beloveds, your feminine, your masculine, fully accepting and transforming, ebbing and flowing, your own inner inspiration of your creative soul. Nurturing, protective force of the mother. Healing your own deep wounds for you, for your daughters, for your mothers, your grandmothers, your great-grandmothers, and their mothers. Finding harmony in the ebbing and flowing of your life. Fearlessness to descend into the bottom of your heart, into the darkness of your soul, to face our own shadow self, to die in her rage, in her grief, so that you may be reborn again, so that you may be revived back to life. Breathing into that powerful energy of action, of moving forward, listening to the divine guidance within your heart. Seeing yourself fully embodied, the vision of your warrioress, stepping fully into the role, into the life that you truly desire, into the mystery, into the mytho, poetic story of your soul, your own transmission of the divine. Breathing in the beautiful moonlight, allowing it to soothe any sharp edges within your heart. Slow, deep breaths. In this moment of peace and quiet in your heart, whether it's a few breaths, one breath, or a few minutes of your practice to yourself, your self-love, dedicating, choosing this time to listen within, to listen to your soul. Receive the healing of the moon. And at this time in my life, I do have an offering that you may have seen me talk about. It's called Shadow Magic. And in this offering, I am calling to all women. If you feel your light in any ways dimmed by any shadow of current or past pain, of suffering, of grief, and if you feel that your light needs some guidance and healing towards that friendly darkness of the soul, and if you seek to embody within yourself that courage and bravery to face the shadow, to become the shadow prowess, the demon huntress, the shadow dancer, the magical enchantress, to become your own sovereign center of truth. Listen to that calling from within. You yourself have the tools to see and to witness your own body experiencing all these sensations, all these emotions, all these energies in the deep darkness of the heart. A place we retreat into to observe, to face, to be our most bravest warrioress, to sit in the darkness alone, in silence. Do you feel anything in any dark parts of yourself? The calling for a visit to heal what may have been abandoned or forgotten while you are living your life, walking your path. In the Shadow Magic, we journey through 4 magical weeks. Each week embodies a certain dark goddess energy, and we call upon that energy into our lives, and by embodying in that goddess, we are brave enough to face our shadows, to face our fears, to face our shame, feeling of guilt, of any pain and sadness, of grieving any relationship, man or a woman, or a family, or a friend, a loss that we so often ignore, grieving our past lives, grieving ourselves a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. As we journey through these 4 weeks, we are filled with the magic of beloved, most mysterious, most compassionate, nurturing, fertile, transforming, divine, sacred, Devi, Shakti, the energy of the feminine, because Shakti is you, and you are magic. You are the one dancing in the light with the shadow as your companion, as Kali. She is the victory. She is the goddess that helps us to rush forward towards the battle with a wild cackle in her throat, with the utmost courageous open heart, with 10 arms ready to fight, to stand, and to rise for our own truth. And she's also the one that dances upon the fire with her bare feet, and she looks you in the eyes, and she takes all that you are willing to give her, all your layers, all your veils that you can take off and hand to her for your release, for your shedding of all the skin, of all the old. And it's easier to do it when she lovingly takes and encourages you to let go of. She helps us to be victorious in all of our battles. We are in the energy of Persephone. She comes in as the purpose. And with her guidance, we heal the mother wound of us as daughters, the mother wound of separation. From the moment that we are born into the world, our hearts are broken. Our hearts are broken open. Do you know your birth story? Did you latch on to your mother from the moment you were born, or were you taken away and kept away from her for hours, days, or longer? Or maybe you have never felt your mother. Forevermore seeking, searching the cosmic mother of us all. As a young maiden, Persephone had fallen into the clasp of the underworld and into the arms of the darkness. And as she's stolen from the world, her mother, Demeter, is searching for her. And Persephone, through her trials, through her finding her way back to her mother, transforms into that loving of the dark depth of the earth. She returns to bring forth that luscious healing upon the earth. And she is the purpose as we bring that luscious garden with us wherever we go, that we may walk and live our purpose here on earth. And we are in the energy of a witch who I translate into a Vedic mother, an ancient mother of wisdom, of the forest, of druid ways, of magic of the trees, of magic of the flowers and the grass and the birds and all the animals. She's a liberator. Her name is Baba Yaga. She's a wise crone. She is the keeper of the bloodline. She's the one that we go to for healing when nothing else works in the world. She speaks through you, she whispers to you, that old crone, the visionary. She heals through you. She's the ancient mother, divine saint, woman, and the witch. She rides inside her mortar, and she collects and gathers all that she needs through the forest to bring to her what we no longer need or what is sick within us, to ask for her healing. We must acknowledge and to bring it to be placed at the threshold of gates of death and of rebirth. She has an oven, and through her healing ways, she liberates us. She is the liberator, to be free. And then there's also two sisters, Inanna and Ereshkigal, where we come into healing that sister wound, the sister wound of any competition, of any jealousy, of gossip, of judgment, of bullying, neglecting, or abandoning by our own women, our own sisters, our own best friends, our mothers, grandmothers. To find that shadow part of ourselves within our own being, to be brave enough to descend into the underworld for Inanna to meet her darker sister Reshkigal. As we see ourselves down through the 7 gates, and at each gate we surrender that part of us. Through that alchemical journey of the self, we become whole. We are able to turn metal into gold in all of our alchemical ways. We may transform through our own little death within, that we may give birth to our own self, as Ereshkigal was doing in her kingdom of the underworld. She used the courage that allows us to rise back up from the darkness. The Shadow Magic course is 4 weeks of magic with 1 extra week of inspiration and intro and welcome, the resources. I am a teacher of yoga, and I believe that to learn how to practice yoga, you don't have to go on your mat. There's practices of yoga that can be done at home, right at your fingertips. The practices of mantra, the opening yourself to chanting, to singing, the practices of mudras, hand gestures that support our purpose, our being, our actions, our inspirations. Meditation, the practices for our mind, the practices for our soul, yoga nidra, the yogic sleep, energy healing. So we may have these tools to be ready to face the shadows that will always be waiting in the center of our battlefield of life, of our heart. I speak symbolically quite often. So if that's something that interests you, I will post a link in the comments. And we begin October 21st with welcome opening week, and true beginning is October 28th during the new moon. It'll be a perfect new moon time, new moon ceremony to begin our deep descent into the shadows of this time, of this year. So what have you been doing on this magical full moon? I created some oil blends, and I will tell you, I put a little bit of rose quartz at the bottom. I put a base oil, I believe it may have been a grape oil, and then I add 3 drops each of frankincense, cedar wood, lavender, and sage. And then there is a roller that comes on top, and I use it in the yoga practices to offer it to my clients and also myself as a blessing, like almost like an anointing yourself with your own creativity. And frankincense is so healing for the mind, very very soothing for meditation time. Sage is purifying and cleansing the energy. Cedar wood acts as the protection, as a seal, to seal everything in the protective sphere. And lavender is just so peaceful and calming. So just choosing the oils that resonate at this time. Thank you for tuning in. Whenever you do, beautiful goddesses, yoginis, blessings of the moon, beautiful nectar, elixir pouring down during this time, sending you all so much love, regenerating energy of the divine.